welcome back to the Curious Shelf, and you are joining me on a dry, cold evening in Brussels. It has been a beautiful day, but it was -4 Celsius, which is what, 15, 20 Fahrenheit, something like that. So it was cold for sure. I have had a day where I've been out and about a little bit, and then I got home and I was like, I am not going out again at all tonight. But anyway, wrapped up cozy and home, I thought I would do a midweek pop-up because yes, I wanted to do something like this, a little bit of a change from the Vlogmas. And I have a new tarot deck. Yes, you guessed it from the title. I do have a new tarot deck. And I thought, I don't do it very often. Actually, I've never done it really on this channel at all, where I would unbox, unwrap, whatever you want to call it, the tarot deck with all of you. So I'm so excited. But anyway, before I talk about the tarot deck, just some news that I want to squeeze in there, like something that you might be interested in. So I understand from Baba Studios that the Victorian Romantic Tarot, which is open for pre-orders right now, there's apparently a discount on it, and the discount will finish on the 4th of January. So if you're interested in the Victorian Romantic Tarot, now is the time, I guess. And then also, I'm personally very interested in their Baroque Bohemian Cats Tarot, which is basically not the old cat tarot that they did, but basically a whole new one. New images, new design, and all of that they put into it, and that will be coming out for pre-orders at the end of next year, so we still have some time to go, but that's one that I'm definitely on the lookout for. So just a little bit of news if you're interested. But with the Victorian Romantic Tarot, I know that a lot of people have been thinking about that one, so the pre-orders do finish on sorry, not the pre-orders, but the discount on the pre-orders finish on the 4th of January. So I thought that might be helpful to know. So let's get back to the tarot deck that I bought today and a little bit about that. So I have a love for all the vampire stuff, like I think some of us definitely do. I grew up watching like the Hammer movies, you know, from the 70s. I watched them obviously in the 80s and later. But, you know, I'm someone that loves stuff like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and then I liked Blade and the whole trilogy of Blade and, you know, Twilight and all of that stuff, you know, all of that good stuff. But I have to say that in the tarot world, I find the whole vampire theme just not that, honestly speaking, just not that invigorating, or I don't know what, like, I don't know how else to describe it. I just don't see enough of it. I don't know why. I do like, by the way, vampire books as well, and of course I was well aware Anne Rice has passed away, and yeah, and I have read all of her stuff as well. So just, you know, to go back to the theme of vampires, you know, also there's a Stephen King novel, there's Salem's Lot, which is one of my favorite novels from him. There's just so much good stuff. And then in the tarot world, it's been a bit of like, where is it? Now, I do know there are some decks that are only available in the US. They are mass market, but I can't get hold of them. And then I'm pretty sure there'll be some great indie stuff in the US that I just don't have the access to. But the whole theme, just for me, just feels like it's like a whole missed opportunity. I'm a bit sad about it. But anyway, I do have the Tarot of Vampires by Ian Daniels, and I do have the Natalie Richards, I think her name is, her out of print vampire deck. And I had the chance to buy the Ludi Lesco, can't pronounce that, but I think I saw it a bit too late, and I was in a little bit of a frenzy to buy it. And when I feel like I'm in a frenzy to buy something, I do hesitate because I just don't like the feeling. I feel like, am I buying it just for the sake of buying it? So I decided to pass on that one. And I'm pretty sure that if I'm meant to have it one day in my life, it will appear, etc., etc. But I'm not going to tie myself into knots buying something in a frenzy within a few days. Like, I do have a policy of waiting at least 3 days before I buy something like that, and preferably week or weeks. So without further ado, let me go on to the Tarot of Vampires. Yes, indeed. Now, I saw this about a month ago. My local boutique had stocked it. I realized it was definitely mass market because it is a low Scarabeo deck. And the reason why I was very eager was because I realized it was going to be similar in print to the Tarot of Oppositions, which I already have, so no big surprises there. And the other thing was that then I did look for, a review, and I found one by somebody done in a language that I didn't understand, but she did a great review, but I couldn't understand what she was saying. And then this is how I discovered Carrie, who is Tiara, Princess of Wands. She's another tarot tuber, because she did a walkthrough of this. And when Carrie did a walkthrough of it, I was like obsessed. I was obsessed. And then I watched her walkthrough like several times. Anyway, I kept an eye out for this, and then at my local Amazon retailer, which is Amazon Netherlands for me, but there's no such thing as Amazon Belgium, so we rely upon the Netherlands. There was a price drop, so I snapped it up basically, because I was basically just waiting for that. Okay, so you're going to watch me like take the plastic off, which is going to be really interesting, me doing this on camera. Now, don't do what I'm doing, which is probably very dangerous. I'm trying to make sure I point away and don't take out an eye or something. Usually I would do this at a desk, which makes the whole thing a lot easier. Of course, I'm not at a desk right now, so you see me do it like that. There you go. Managed to get that. I don't want to take my eye out, so that's why I was just kind of like, okay. Now, unwrapping all this lovely cellophane, which will end up in some fish's stomach. But there you go. And then, hey, voila. So it has a similar tuck box to what I understand is the Tarot Muha, the Tarot of Oppositions as well, and the Tarot, the Runic Tarot comes in two different ways. The Runic Tarot, you can either buy the big box, the Llewellyn box with the guidebook, but the Runic Tarot, can't speak, the Runic Tarot has also come out in this kind of format. Please let me know with the Runic Tarot if you think that guidebook is really worth it, because I think I want the Runic Tarot in this format without the big guidebook thing, because so far what I'm seeing and hearing on TarotTube is that the guidebook just doesn't include enough information about the runes, which is the main thing, right? So I'm kind of like, well, if I'm, because I've seen people go, I bought the Runic Tarot, and then they went and bought a runes book to use with the Runic Tarot, and I really appreciated Nina from Shuffle Tarot, her doing kind of like a discussion when she first bought the Runic Tarot, the big box set from Llewellyn. I really just, you know, it was really helpful to listen to her, because I know that Nina's done a lot on runes and uses them. So I'm not a runes person. I don't have a clue basically. I think they look great, but so anyway, that's a little bit of like a side note, but that's been on my mind. Anyway, this apparently is very similar to, in a way, this format to Tarot Z, the zombie one. I'm not into zombies that much. I watch zombie films and stuff, but I'm just not into zombie themed stuff that much. I don't have the zombie tarot, the 1950s one. It's not my thing either. So anyway, vampires, definitely my thing. I mean, Interview with a Vampire, and it wasn't Tom Cruise that I was checking out. But anyway, here we go. Let's open this. These boxes. Ooh. Okay, so, oh, yeah, so there you go. You have him in vampire form on the outside, and then you have more him in the, I don't know, the angel form or the less dead form on the inside. There you go. And with the woman as well, here on this side, there's a bit of change. I don't know if the camera's picking it up well enough with all that gloss going on. My IT is getting an upgrade in the new year, by the way, so that will be good news for everyone, I think. But there you go. So there's a slight change, but not much. But with the guy on this side, you can really see it with that vampire. There you go. So anyway, let's see. Okay, so more plastic wrap. That was definitely unnecessary. You get a little tiny Los Scarabäus tuck book. Let me just see how many 2 million languages it's in. That's a joke. Okay, so it's in, let me just open the front so then it will just give you an idea. Tell me. It's in English, Italian, Spanish, and Portuguese. Okay, so not too many. It's a tiny little book, typical Los Scarabäus style. All right, okay, so let's get to the cards, because I think that's what the big thing is, right? So here I go with round number 2 with plastic and a pair of scissors. Always, always scary. Okay, I don't want to do anything to hurt myself, because that can definitely happen. Okay. I'm not one of those people that they can just go at it with their nails. Yeah, it's not my thing. Sometimes I can actually, but I think with this stuff, I prefer to use a pair of scissors. I find nails, it can really just ruin them. So yeah. Okay, if I can, damn, I'll open this. Okay, this will probably be the last unboxing you see me do as well. You'll probably be like, oh my god, can she get on with it? And nearly there. Bear with me, people. Okay, I think I'm going to be able to get this open now without the scissors. Oh, they don't make it easy, do they? And they don't have that cellophane bit where if I just, I know, took off a little bit on one side, it would open up the rest. I don't know how else to put it, but they don't have one of those tab things to open it with. Otherwise, obviously, I would just make my own life a lot easier. Oh, there we go. After all that struggle, there we go. Okay. Ooh, the paper feels different to Tower of Oppositions already, I can tell, and I haven't even opened it then. Oh, definitely different to the Tower of Oppositions. Tower of Oppositions was definitely a bit more plasticky. Let's see. More plastic, okay. But the cardstock is, oh, I think it's similar actually. Yeah, it's similar. Okay, so these are the cover cards that you guys don't need to see. Guys and girls, whoever. Don't you see that? Don't you see that? No, that's part of the pack. Okay, and that's a cover card as well. All right, okay, here we go. Okay, so here is the Fool. You can't see that too well, but I'm trying there. Here's the Fool. Here is the Magician. The High Priestess. I'm going to speed this up a bit. Okay, keep going. Okay, so that's the Hierophant. Interesting. Lovers. Chariot. Very typical Chariot there. Oh, I love the Strength card. Yeah, I remember seeing this actually. I love the Strength card. Okay, keep going. I think have I missed something? Just want to check I haven't missed anything. No. Here we go. So yeah, there's the Hermit. Interesting. Wheel. I'll go through each of the major arcana and I'll speed up on the rest. There we go, we keep going. Death. And this is, yeah, Temperance. The Devil I like. The Devil I definitely like. Keep going. Oh, this is beautiful. Just want to make sure I get that right. That's the Moon card. Oh, I do like that. You know what it is? I like these because when I saw it originally, when I saw like the few reviews that have been done, there's the Sun. Okay. Here comes Judgment. And here's the World. When I saw the few reviews of this, the reason why I was intrigued was because this feels to me more closer to like gothic vampire from like a European city kind of feel. Maybe it's not meant to be, but it has more of a city feel to it, and there's something about it which is, I know, for me it felt a little bit like a mix of different vampire themes, including things like Underworld. You know, I like Underworld, and that's why I was like, oh, I like the Nine of Cups in this, but that's why I was kind of like drawn to it, because it has a slight fantasy feel to it, a slight gothic feel to it. It varies quite a bit in that sense, and I don't know, I just, yeah, I'm really glad I got it actually. I mean, this is more of like what I would call one of my fun decks. I mean, you know, it's not like a, oh, I dropped one of those, hold on a second. It's not one of those, you know, of course, it's not going to be kind of like an indie deck style or like a study deck or something like that. But I like sometimes just decks like these just to look at, you know, it's more fun. I don't know how else to put it. It's just more for like a taste of something, you know, and yeah, and I really like it. I'm not sure how it will function as a reader, to be very honest with you. I think I'd have to really learn the cards because of the fact that some of them, like this is the Ten of Pentacles. To me, that doesn't look like the Ten of Pentacles at all. Like they don't necessarily read as what they typically would be, like let's say RWS. So it's very, very loose from the RWS, let's put it that way. But I think it's just more of a deck where I've just got to go with the key at the bottom and then the rest just take in the images if I were to read with it. But I just really like it visually. I think visually it's stimulating and the kind of thing which, oh my God, look at this. What is this? This is this is 5 of Wands. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, you see, this is why I wanted something that just, it's just visually stimulating. It's a bit like my feeling when I had when I bought the Tower of the Haunted House. I just wanted something that gives me a pop of just memories and films that I've seen and characters that I've got to know from books and that kind of, look at the 9 of Wands there. My God, she's amazing. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, I love that. Now, this is not a typical 9 of Wands, but oh, I love that. Oh, that's like got to be one of my favorite cards. Yeah, so anyway, these are just, you know, I don't know how else to put it. I know it feels like a little bit like a novelty deck, which I know some people might crucify me for, but that's how it feels. But I love it. I love it for that. I bought it for that factor. I bought it for a factor of just fun. And oh, this is so cool. And yeah, and I really, really just, I'm really glad I got it. I've been lusting after it. This is lust. Look at that. Christopher. They did have Christopher Lee. He came. I love Christopher Lee. I've been just, yeah, I've been lusting after this for so long. For like last few weeks since I've seen it. This is the kind of deck which I will sit with in front of the telly. And there'll be a movie going on and I'll just be also looking at the deck because that's what I do, you know. I mean, look at this. This is 5 of Swords. Rather than the 5 of Swords, I just love the imagery. I mean, it's so cool, right? This is the kind of thing which my 13-year-old would love. So yeah, there you go. There's another, look at the 7 of Swords there. And just you've got that skirt, right? You've got the dress, the robe from that woman there. So it's just so amazingly done. Love it. Very Victorian. Yeah, just fantasy in some places. You know, that's that's much more modern, of course. Yeah, and I just. Yeah, it's just something that I would have a lot of fun with. That's the only way I can put it. Okay, so this is the Queen of Swords. I like that. I like this ethereal white that she's wearing. And finally, here we have it, the King of Swords. Okay. Yeah. So I've gone through that as quick as I can. And I'm not into really the whole unboxing reveal thing. So this is just me doing something as an experiment. I hope you enjoyed it though. I haven't seen many reviews or discussions of this deck. I know that Racina, hopefully I pronounced it right, from Almoon 513, she recently bought this and did an unveiling of it, and I was already on the hunt for it by then. And so when I think it was on like Saturday or Sunday when I saw the price drop, I mean, it was like, okay, this is a no-brainer. I definitely want to get this. I mean, these are the backs. Maybe I should just show you the backs before we stop. Oh my God, I love the backs. I absolutely adore the backs. I think I would have liked, I mean, definitely I would like more Gothic art in this, but I mean, it's photo manipulation, of course, right? So here we go. Here we got the sun again, you know. There's a lot of photo manipulation going on, and there's a lot of like, you know, fantasy art. That's the best way. I'm not somebody from the design industry at all, so I don't know how to describe it properly, but fantasy art or something like that going on. somebody said, I think, I don't know whose review it was, but somebody said that you know, that this is why Lo Scarabeo does great comic books. So I guess maybe the art is similar to that. I don't have any of their comic books, so I don't know much about that either. But I do know that I'm really glad I got this deck. It's more just for my nostalgia, I guess, than anything else. And yeah, and I'm just really excited. So I've been having, you know, it's funny. Like I said to another tarot tuber today, I said, it's like I've got all these indie decks, and sometimes it feels like a gourmet meal. And then I kind of like went out and bought a packet of Haribos with this. That's one way to describe it, right? But yeah, I think I've been wanting it for a long time, so I'm just really glad I got it. It's definitely a deck that's right up my alley. And yeah, for fun, basically. So thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you all in the next few days, and have a nice evening. Take care now. Bye.